Oh my, how the tables have turned on the San Diego Padres. Yesterday, they shut the Phillies out. Today, the Phillies shut the Padres out by a score of 3-0 thanks to a very dominant performance by Zack Wheeler. He was just absolutely brilliant in today's game. Honestly, ever since going into spring training, he wasn't going to start it on time with the injury situation. He didn't pitch spring training at all. You knew his first couple of starts were going to be a little shaky because pitch count, he has to get his arm in shape. He has to get into, full game mode because, missing an entire spring training, your arm's not fully stretched out. So you're going to see the velocity dip a little bit. It's not going to be as high as it normally is. So basically, you're just working through the motions of the first couple of weeks of the season in your first couple of starts for Zack Wheeler. And now the past couple of starts for Zack Wheeler have been, what Zack Wheeler has been in his time in a Phillies uniform. And that has been really, really solid. And today was his best performance of the season so far, and I continue to expect him to have more brilliant performances like this because Zack Wheeler has been a great pitcher for the Phillies. He was a runner-up for the Cy Young for a reason last year, and today was just nothing, any less than that. He was just absolutely brilliant in today's game for the Phillies. And the bullpen, very easy work as well, surprisingly. Jose Alvarado, a clean inning, and Corey Knebel, what he had, like a 4-pitch ninth inning to get the save. So yeah, stress-free day. Stress-free day whatsoever. And it felt nice. It definitely felt nice. Offense chipped in when they had to. Rhys Hoskins hits a bomb. JT Realmuto gets his first in it when it feels like 100 games. So yeah, everything was nice. Everything was nice in today's game for the Phillies. Everything was nice. There's also a little bit of breaking news in regards to Bryce Harper as well. Originally, after the shot for his UCL got taken, it was originally supposed to be like a 4-week program or something like that for it to fully heal before he can start throwing again. Well, now that is extended to 6 weeks, and most likely he won't even start his throwing program till after the All-Star break. So Bryce Harper, honestly, like what we expected, is most likely going to be the DH for a very long time. It's going to be a very long time till he sees the field and starts even throwing again. Right now, the first thing we got to do is just get him back into the batter's box because keep that hot streak going. Keep that hot streak going. Who knows if the shot, with the way his elbow feels, that's going to affect his hitting a little bit. But I'm not worried about Bryce Harper at all in the batter's box. He's going to hit. A hitter's going to hit. A hitter's going to hit. And that's exactly what Bryce Harper's been doing. But it kind of sucks that, which I guess is understandable. They want to take as much precaution as possible with the elbow to prevent any type of, serious cases with the elbow. Hopefully, he does not have to get Tommy John surgery once the season ends. But honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if that even happens. But still, that's still a long ways away. Hopefully, we see Bryce Harper in the lineup tomorrow in the afternoon tilt to see if the Phillies could win this series against the Padres, and we'll see from there. But still, overall, great game by this team, great performance by Zack Wheeler. Let's try to get the series win tomorrow. So before we get into all of this, everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to TTP Sports. If you are new to the channel, I definitely recommend you hitting that subscribe button. Also dropping a like on the like button as well if you're looking for all the latest Philadelphia sports news, recaps, and events. This is the place to be at, depending on the outcome, great or miserable, depending on the outcome. And if you're a current viewer of the channel, I am grateful for you being here that long and looking to continue that down the road. And if you're looking for tickets to upcoming sporting events, concerts, whatever you can think of, use the code TTP Sports down below for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. So basically, get yourself any ticket to an upcoming Phillies home game, maybe an upcoming Phillies road game. It's a deal you can't pass up on. $20 in your pocket. Use that for parking, concessions, anything you could think of at the stadium. So it's a great deal. Use the code TTP Sports, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek today. So going into this game, really not that much happened. It was just a dominant performance by Zack Wheeler and the Phillies, basically just chipping into the offense when they could. It started off a little sluggish, though, because there was, I think it was Kim, the second batter in the first inning, grounds one to Alec Bohm. I wouldn't say it was a bad throw by Alec Bohm. It was more of a situation where Rhys Hoskins needs to catch the scoop, and it didn't. He didn't. The scoop goes past him, and it goes all the way to the back wall. So Kim runs the second base, but then he decides to run the third base, and then you get this huge throw by JT Realmuto to get him out at third base to really prevent anything from happening in that situation. And Zack Wheeler basically just gets out of the inning from there. So really, no harm, no done in that situation. Got a little bit of a break in that situation. Phillies, though, they get the first run of this ball game in the bottom of the first. Rhys Hoskins leads off with a walk. Then Nick Castellanos gets a walk as well. This is also Blake Snell's first start of the season for the Padres. Got off to a little bit of an injury situation, I think, in spring training, or with an injury he was dealing with since last year, I believe. So this is his first start of this season. And Phillies roughed him up a little bit, but he also did look solid at the same time. It's really what you expected, I guess, in the first start of the season type of thing. He didn't go far into this game whatsoever, which was also expected as well. So both those guys get walks, and then JT Realmuto gets with a 2-out at bat, works the count, 3-2 count. Actually, the first 3 pitches were balls. Snell fights back to get a 3-2 count. JT fights off a foul ball, and then he rips an RBI single in the center field, making it a 1-0 Phillies lead. I think that ended an 0-for-13 skid for JT. That's definitely something he really needed because he has been sucking lately at the plate. He really needed this, something hopefully to wake up his bat, and hopefully this is something that wakes him up a little bit, just getting that RBI, not getting that single, just getting off the schneid right there, because that's something he desperately needed. Go to the bottom of the third inning. Rhys Hoskins leads off first pitch from Blake Snell, just fastball right down the middle. Rhys Hoskins sends it into the stands. No, basically just crushed the ball right there into the left field stands. Makes it a 2-0 Phillies lead. Then basically you just go through the rest of it. Zack Wheeler dominating the Padres. He had some nasty pitches out there. I believe one of the batters was Will Myers, and he had this absolutely nasty slider or cutter, whatever it was, to just get Myers looking at it. It was just absolutely devastating seeing that. Just like Will Myers couldn't do anything in that situation. Then you go to the bottom of the fourth inning for the Phillies. Kyle Schwarber works a walk, and then Odubel Herrera doubles down the right field line with 2 outs. Scores Kyle Schwarber, who was running on the pitch because it was a 3-2 count. Makes it a 3-0 Phillies lead in that situation. That would be their last inning that would be their last run of the game. And then eventually the Padres do go to the bullpen. They bring out Martinez back basically for the rest of the game, and he basically dealt the rest of it because the Phillies really just couldn't get anything going in that situation. They had some base runners here and there, but they just weren't able to get those hits through or anything like that. But thankfully, when that doesn't happen, you have your pitching staff to really get you through the job, and that's basically all that mattered. Go to the top of the 7th inning for the Padres. Manny Machado did lead off with a single, and then Eric Hosmer. I thought this ball was 500 feet off the bat. 500 feet. It dies right at the warning track, right to Nick Castellanos. So still, a basic description of how dead the balls are this year. So, hey, and it's something that broke for the Phillies in that situation, as I'm also watching the Stanley Cup Finals right here, Rangers and Carolina. And Carolina just scored the game winner in overtime very early on. It's a little bit of a crazy game right there. Carolina tied it very late, and then they win it at overtime very early. That's definitely a huge loss for the Rangers right there. But still, going back to baseball, going back to the Philadelphia Phillies, who we talk about right here, still gets that first out from Hosmer, then basically gets the rest of the guys out. Voigt strikes out, then Myers flies out. No harm, no done there. Jose Alvarado comes in for the 8th inning. Clean. I didn't expect this at all. Very clean. 2 strikeouts as well, and also a ground at the profar. So a very clean 1-2-3 inning from Jose Alvarado. No one in hell was expecting that. Go to the top of the 9th inning for Corey Knebel. Definitely wants some, a little bit something to get his, gears going after, blowing the save in LA. 1-2-3 inning on 4 pitches. That definitely helps. That definitely helps out a lot. A foul out by Cronenworth, which was a nice rundown by Alec Boehm. Kim grounds out, I believe, on the first pitch, and the same thing for Manny Machado, grounds out on the first pitch. So, yeah, that's really a solid and efficient outing out there from Corey Knebel. Definitely needed that to get off the schneid as well. And the Phillies win this game by a score of 3-0. So going to the lineup today, Rhys Hoskins in the leadoff spot goes 1 for 3 with 2 runs and an RBI on the solo shots. Alec Boehm, quiet day at the plate. He goes 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Nick Castellanos, same thing, goes 0 for 3 with a walk and 3 strikeouts. Jean Segura, his hitting streak ends, so he goes 0 for 4 in this ballgame. Just basically couldn't catch a break in the field today. JT Realmuto goes 1 for 4 with the RBI. Kyle Schwarber goes 1 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. Johan Camargo goes 1 for 3, and Odubel Herrera goes 1 for 3. Roman Quinn goes 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Not surprised there. Runners in scoring position, the Phillies went to 1 for 5. And looking at the pitching staff right now, basically not that much because Zack Wheeler was just absolutely dominant out there. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 0 walks, 9 strikeouts on 97 pitches. His ERA is down to 3.49. And I saw a stat on Phillies postgame that said in his last 4 starts, including tonight, his ERA, he's had a 1.04 ERA in his past 4 starts. So yeah, he has been I believe it was a 1.04 or a 1.40. It was one of those two. So overall, just a fantastic stretch by Zack Wheeler, and he is looking like the pitcher from last year getting to that position, and it's really good to see that right there. So the Phillies, after this win, they are 18-19 on the season. They have a chance to go 500 tomorrow afternoon with Kyle Gibson on the bump. I believe he is going up against Yu Darvish, so that'll be an interesting matchup. Business person special, 1 o'clock game. I will be going to that game tomorrow, so hopefully I can experience Bryce Harper back in the lineup and also getting a Phillies winning a series against the San Diego Padres, their 3rd straight series win in a row. If they can win tomorrow, that'll be definitely a big right there. So, yep, you got Gibson, Darvish on the mound tomorrow. Then Friday, when you go into the Dodgers series, on Friday night, you're going to have Rangers Schwarber going up against Urias. And then on Saturday, you're going to be having Aaron Nola going up against basically a to-be-determined pitcher. The Dodgers haven't announced that yet. And Sunday, you're going to have Zack Eflin on the bump going up against Gosselin for the Dodgers. And then you go on your road trip, Braves, Mets, and then you're back home against the Giants and the Los Angeles Angels right there. So that's the upcoming stretch basically for the rest of May. And overall, like I said, the Phillies have been playing much better baseball as of late. Really just trying to look to get that consistency, because we've seen stretches where the offense is clicking on all cylinders. We've seen stretches where the pitching looks good, the offense is quiet, bullpen sucks. And basically, it feels like not everything is consistent at once. Still, it's very early in the season. Still only May. There's still a lot of time in this season. Right now, you just got to find that consistency, and that starts with winning series. You've won 2 series so far in a row on your road trip in Seattle and Los Angeles. Start this homestand by getting a series win over the Padres. That starts the consistency right there. So you got to get that win tomorrow. Kyle Gibson on the bump. Hopefully Bryce Harper is back in the lineup tomorrow. Let's try to go out there and get a victory. So that's going to do it for this video, everyone. What are your thoughts on this win? What are your thoughts on the performance by Zack Wheeler today? And are you worried about Bryce Harper in the situation with his elbow? And hopefully, with the news that came out about him today. So don't forget to leave those comments and opinions down in the comment section below. I like to see those as always. Do not forget to drop a like on this video. Do not forget to check out the Painted Lines, which I'm a part of. Their links are down in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out the links to BrodesMedia, the Florida.pod merch website, and also Flyers Nitty Gritty. All that good stuff is down in the description below. Do not forget to check those out. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the most important thing you can do is hit that sub button and also use the code TTPSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. And I will see you next time.